You know that 30 is rather an advanced age at which to enter the computer industry. The average age of our group here is 21 and a half. Once your learning curve diminishes, you become redundant in the demanding field of the programmer.
Hamlet is the most emotionally and physically demanding part in Shakespeare. It's also the longest. It's rarely attempted before the age of 30 because it demands maturity as well as stamina from the actor. I would have thought that proved something.
But we're not looking for someone to play Hamlet, Mr. Wood. Our recruiting program runs into thousands and must be based on average ability. One of the essential qualities in this field is discipline. What do you know about the structure of a computer?
What I've managed to pick up in 4 weeks of concentrated study.
It has 5 basically distinct units or departments. Input, control, storage, arithmetic, and output.
Poring over piles of manuals and teach-yourself books.
All digital computers have this structure in common.
Oh, thank God I've got a photographic memory.
Have you had any experience in the use of digital computers?
One of my great interests is war games, where computers are used for combat simulation.
Quite, yes.
The club I belong to has a fairly simple one for the use of members.
No computer could have known about the mud at Waterloo, though. Or that Napoleon was suffering from piles.
What can you tell me about a war game called Stage?
The letters stand for Simulation of Total Global Exchange. This game was run by the US Department of Defense and begun in 1960. It took 3 years to prepare, 5 months to play, and altogether 160,000 instructions were given. The results were said to confirm the belief that the United States would prevail in the event of total nuclear war. All specific results and diagrams have been coded top secret by the Pentagon.
What would I do without Jenny? What would she do without me? We could survive, but with heavy losses, I suppose.
What are your other outside interests?
I go to the cinema and the theater. I drive a car.
If I could afford it, I would buy an island in some unpopulated sea. Have a string of Arab horses and ride bareback at the water's edge at sunrise.
Thank you very much. We will continue with your written aptitude test, which will be conducted by a senior woman assessor.
Follow me.
Got a pond with things growing under the water.
Those are water lilies, those are. Where do you expect them to grow?
Are there any fish?
Well, there used to be quite a few, but they had a cat used to scoop them up with its paw. Might be a few left.
Whose is that little house?
That's our painting studio. You come away from there.
It's lovely. It's got paintbrushes and things. Can I go in?
No, you can't. You come away from there. The only time I ever saw her mad was when the cat got in there after a bird. Knocked her things all over the floor.
I bet there must be a big flat goldfish somewhere in there.
You want this Coke? You come up here like a good girl and get it.
Is there anyone in that house?
Not on a Wednesday. He's at his surgery. She's at art school, and the kids have a dancing class.
Is she a real artist? Does she get paid for it?
Of course she does. Teachers and everything. You know, they had photographers here once for some magazine. Trampled all over my periwinkle by the tree over there, trying to get pictures of her through the glass.
Do they pay as well? The children?
Oh, fiddle about a bit. But she pins it up on the wall. It doesn't look like much to me, though.
Do they have pocket money?
Never asked. How much do you get?
Oh, I don't get any. I save up my birthday present. I've got a cash box. Most children have piggy banks, but I've got a proper cash box with a key.
Proper little miser, aren't you?
Good afternoon, Mr. Wood. Please, sit down. You'll find the test in the left-hand side of the desk, in the folder.
You're more than 21 and a half, that's for sure.
If there's anything you don't understand, please ask me. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Thank you.
Please start now. You may smoke if you wish.
Not bad, though. Pity the legs are hidden, might be quite spectacular. Professor Brainstorm went round to his friend Colonel Deadshot of the Catapult Cavaliers to tell him about the machines. And he made the Colonel's head go round and round so rapidly, explaining everything at once, that he had to put his hat on even though he was indoors.
Is there anything wrong, Mr. Wood?
No. No, I just thought of something funny.
I see. You do realize, I suppose, that a great deal depends upon your rating in the aptitude test.
Yes. Yes, I do realize that. Thank you.
I wonder if you ever laugh. Probably only at other people's discomfiture. Let's try part 2. Bloody hell. Yes, they 5,000 pounds. They 1 as much as they must see as they've... How the hell do they do it? You've never saved a penny. Jenny's idea of housekeeping is buying the most expensive meat because it's easy to cook and loading up a basket in a supermarket with things we don't need because they're marked special offer. Shit. The temperature at midday was around 80 degrees, but the hottest time was 4 o'clock. The sand would be too hot to walk on, and the sea like somebody's warm bath water. All those brown bodies stretched out on the beach. You never see women like that in England. Man is in prison. One door leads from his cell to freedom, the other to the gallows. One of 2 guards will come into the cell. One is a compulsive liar. The other always tells the truth. The prisoner is allowed only one question. How can he ensure his freedom? Freedom? Freedom. Man is in prison. One door leads to freedom. One to the gallows. God comes in here. That's it. The question we're all faced with. To be or not to be. Life depends on making the right decisions. Maybe if I hadn't got married. life without Jenny? Without coming home to her? What would it mean? Do I love her? She makes demands on my time, my attention that I can't fulfill. I probably do the same to her. I haven't been able to make love to her for weeks. What is love, anyway? Possession. We're not generous enough with each other. I am a prisoner of my own lack of success.
Your time is up, Mr. Wood. Please sign and hand in your paper. Don't worry if you've not managed to complete. This will not necessarily count against you.
That's lucky. I'm afraid I didn't find it very easy.
Would you like something to drink?
Thank you.
Ah, clouded over a bit. Well, can't sit around here eating all day.
What can I do?
First get you some boots. No point in getting your feet all covered in mud. Try these on. I keep them here for my brother.
Does he come here with you?
Sometimes, on a Saturday. If there's no football. Oh.
They're a bit big.
Hello. There you go. Alan will be at that place now. What would it be like to have money? Strange, it's all so new. All that marble.
Det är fint, hörru. Ja. Nej, du vet hur det är på marknaden. Det är lite svårt, det är lite hårt där nere.
Swedish.
Men du...
They have a reputation for being depressive. He must be over 40. I shouldn't have come. Sometimes I want to run away. Leave everything. Go off on my own. Not be responsible. Just be taken care of. I wonder why she left.
Nej, från Bonn. Från Bonn har de, förstår du. Men alltså, tror inte att jag har det här.
Women don't have a fair deal. We got married too young. I've had no life of my own. I suppose I could have had a career.
It's not enough just being a wife. I wonder if Alan's ever unfaithful to me.
Sugar?
Thank you.
In the building, we have the most powerful computer in the UK. It can perform 3 million additions in a second. When I first came here, I found the whole idea of number crunching extraordinary. Now it seems quite routine. Do you know that in a few years' time, there could be a file on everyone in the country giving a complete breakdown of their habits, history, political affiliations, and financial status, etc., available nationwide by computer.
Yes, well, I'm afraid I find that rather an imposition. Does it mean we shall also progress to the computer that can give a spontaneous answer to questions?
That seems unlikely. As you know, a computer can only process information it has been programmed to receive. It isn't a duplication of the human power of imaginative thought.
What response does it give to a spontaneous question?
Can you type?
2 fingers.
That machine is connected to a central processor. Type your question. Press the button marked send. As you see, it has rejected your instruction. It isn't programmed to give any opinion. Shall we go, Mr. Wood? Why were you laughing during the test this afternoon?
I was thinking of a book I sometimes read to my daughter. It's about a professor who invents things, and he has a military friend who finds the professor's explanations of his inventions totally incomprehensible. Hooray, said the colonel, who hadn't been listening much because he knew the professor's explanation would make his head go round and round, and he just had his hair washed, so he preferred to stay still. Doesn't that make you laugh?
Not really. I mean, it's for children, isn't it?
Would you say you've outgrown childish things?
No.
I mean, do you like cartoon films, for instance?
Yes. I like Tom and Jerry.
What about Snow White? Did you see that?
Yes, of course.
What did you think of it?
It was so long ago.
Did you find it sadistic?
I suppose the witch was rather horrifying, but as one becomes old enough to rationalize, all those things take on a proper perspective. What would you like?
Oh, I'll get them.
Well, thank you. Whiskey and water. Ask him to charge it to Essex 401.
Very strong, aren't you?
Always lifting things.
Do you lift your girlfriend?
Sometimes.
What's she called?
Heather.
She heavy?
Light as a feather. Heather, Heather, light as a feather, ready and willing in all kinds of weather. Yeah, I sent that to her on a card once, but she didn't like it. She thought I was trying to make fun of her.
I bet I'm as heavy as she is.
Well, you're only a little girl.
I'm tall for my age. You can pick me up if you want.
Jenny?
Raoul.
Where are you, Jenny?
Funny name. If he kissed me, would I respond? He's certainly a considerate lover. Heavens, I'm considering him as a lover. Why him?
It's incredible. It's fantastic. I could never imagine that.
I saw some clothes upstairs. It was your wife you imagined you saw on the street, wasn't it?
Well, I know it was impossible. But, it's amazing.
Oh, I really so like her?